great. Cornhole was smooth, bringing the community together, one bag at a time. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Jay Smooth, and that is,
Hey, I'm Alisse Whitelaw.
and it's Cornhole with Smooth, the podcast. What's going on, Alisse?
Not much. What's up with you?
Hey, it's episode 2. We made it.
Yep, we're here.
Yeah,
What's
episode
going on
1.
with your day?
It's been good. Good. That's one of kind of like episode 1 was good. We got a lot of love and a lot of support. Hey, I'm looking forward to keep it going. But as
Yeah.
my day today, well, it's Mother's Day. That was, good thing. I went to church this morning. Went to dinner with moms, and yeah, got a flat on the way home. So it's been very adventurous, but I made it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. I appreciate you guys. With getting back on this time. I know it's kind of late, but I appreciate it.
For sure.
What
It
about
worked
you? How
out
was your
with
day?
it worked out with my evening. We got to spend a little more time with the mom and my sister, the new mom. So I had a good day. We got some throwing done at the American Legion for our blind draw on Sundays and had a good turnout for Mother's Day, so I wasn't too upset about that.
Yeah, congrats on your finish. You got a podium
Thanks.
pick. I see you.
Thank you.
You keep throwing hot.
Hey,
Keep
that was
throwing
my first
hot.
one for the blind draw, so I was pretty excited.
That's your
Trying to
first
keep up with
one?
y'all. Yeah, my first one.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Thanks.
Yeah, keep
It's
throwing hot.
exciting.
Keep throwing hot. Yeah,
For
most
sure.
definitely. Okay, so well, we know we have a special guest, our first guest,
Mm-hmm.
coming to the stage. Like I said, he'll play from Canada to Wisconsin to Texas to Florida. It don't matter where it is. If it's some bags to throw, Patty P gonna be there.
Oh
So
yeah.
with that said, we're gonna bring Mr. Patty P to the stage. What's going on, Patty P?
Just living the dream,
Well, welcome to the Cornhole with Smooth podcast, man. We appreciate it. And we talked a while back about, the podcast, and you said you wanted to be the first guest.
Yep.
So we are a team of our word, and you're here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. So, Patty, so let's get. Oh, no problem, no problem. Let's get right to it.
Happy Mother's Day, Alisse.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, let's get right to it then. Who is Patty P besides, the cornhole world? We want to know who is Patty P outside the cornhole world.
Well, I started. I've lived in Wood River for 25 years. I've recently moved to Columbia. I played all kinds of sports growing up, and I started cutting meat whenever I was 18, and been doing it ever since. And I don't really do a whole lot. I throw bags, cut meat.
I love it. I love it. So, Patty P, how did you get into cornhole?
Well, Blake Wallace, Mike Bach, they were playing years before me, and I knew that. And I went to Kansas City on a Friday to my uncle's, and on Saturday he said something about, hey, you want to throw some bags in the backyard? I was like, I've never played before, but I'll play. We had these terrible Kansas City Royals bags, just regular Walmart bags on bad boards. We're playing at 20 feet.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's bad.
I was pretty good. I was like crushing them. They had been playing. So I got back on Sunday and I messaged my buddy Blake. I was like, hey, if I wanted to play some cornhole, where would I go? So he gets a hold of Wally. I had known Wally from before because he ran a football pool that I used to play in. And I actually took Wally to the airport a couple times before I ever played cornhole. And I told him, I was like, I'm going to come out one time. And he told me, come on out, we'll have you. I came out, I got Dawson the first night, and I threw absolutely terrible. So we went to, I actually looked at them on YouTube because I had the flipping topsy-turvy. I looked up on YouTube how to throw a bag before I went. I have plywood boards, and I'm outside throwing bags, and I'm throwing like fives, and I'm like, I'm pretty good at this. And then I get up there, and it was a whole other atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, I actually had like a, bag, like a flat bag from the get-go once I watched it on YouTube how to throw it, but it wasn't good. Yeah, that was like August 21st, 2021.
Wow.
That was so I threw my first bag that Saturday and played my first blind draw on that Monday.
Wow.
And
you've been hooked ever since.
Been playing probably average 4 days a week.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
It shows. Yeah, it shows for sure. So how did you two meet? I know. So I met Patty playing, I guess, at the American Legion.
Yeah.
And then you guys had already known each other. So how did you guys meet?
Well, the first time I met Jay, I threw against him at the franchise. And, the franchise was like 23 feet boards. And I come up against him. And the thing I remember about Jay was he used to always brace his foot up against the board, but he kept kicking it into my leg. I'm like, I've never met him before. He comes out and he's throwing 12s. I remember we ended up winning. But like I had to really dial in that game. But I do remember him because he would be real tight up against the board and kept kicking right into my leg.
What year was that?
Ooh, man.
That was probably 2022, 2023.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think I ever played at the franchise because I was afraid of the lower distance.
Yeah.
Until like 2022. But I do miss playing at the franchise.
Yeah, it was always a good time. And also, well, me and Patty P, we actually got some podium picks together. We got second in the regional. Was it second in the regional?
Last year we I think we actually lost our first game, and then I think we beat Joey Persinger and Chris Clark, and we ran all the way, and we beat Candyman and Mikey Davis for that third place game and came back. I think we lost to Kevin Hall and Brock Fredericks in the championship.
That's true. That was fun times, man. It's always great to throw with Patty, man. He got one of the best throws out there.
Yeah, and then I don't think we played again until state. And I mean, I think we lost our first game there, and then won like 4 or 5 in a row. We beat Rick Gouch. You remember?
Yeah, I do. I think that's our MO. We just have to lose the first game so we can get our burns together, so we can go ahead and run through the tournament. Exactly. But so, like, Patty P, what motivates you to play and like to keep going?
Well, I'm telling you, the thing is, growing up playing sports and everything, you always have that competitive fire. Well, I played men's league basketball. Well, then when COVID happened, I was a store manager at a grocery store during that time. I was at work all the time. And they didn't have basketball league. I'd get off work and I'm sitting at home. So then I get a couple years later, I get that competitive fire and it's back and and I'm like to this day, I still want to be the best. I want to beat everyone. I don't care. But that's what keeps me going. I mean, I love the atmosphere. I'm kind of really shy until I get to know you, and you know me once I get to know you. I'm always gonna be running my mouth to you.
Yes, you do. But we love it. We love it. I mean, we love the competitive nature. That's why when you are a true competitor, it don't matter what you're doing. I remember we was outside. What was that, a park somewhere, and we was playing basketball? You remember that?
Oh, yeah. I know exactly where it was. It was at Litchfield.
Yep.
We were outside. It it was me, you, Dawson, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been Jeremy Frazier. I think we
I
were
think so.
out there. Yeah, we were out there dribbling the basketball around, and all I remember was, man, I used to be able to do this for a long time. Not anymore.
90 more.
Yeah. Then I like, hey, we're up. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I should not have done this.
So Jay jokes that you travel from Canada to Texas. What's like the farthest that you've actually traveled to compete?
Um. Okay. So last January 1st, I flew to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta flew to Myrtle Beach
Oh my
uh,
gosh.
Wow.
for the Open. And Justin Lilly, he is originally from North Carolina. His um, mother and father-in-law live in Myrtle Beach, so he went down there a week ahead of time on vacation, and then he picked me up from the airport, and then me and him drove back that Monday, and that was 13-hour drive.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was off work because it was New Year's Day, so I was able to. That's the only time I've been able not to travel back on Sunday.
Travel, man. That's why I say you travel from here to, it don't matter, France, it don't matter. If they got a tournament, you're gonna be there. And
Yeah, I think next weekend I might be heading to Kentucky. I think
wow.
me and Dylan Wilson are going to go to Kentucky. I think.
Okay. Nice. So Patty, I know you throw pretty much any kind of bag, but what is your favorite bag to throw and why?
Right now, I would have to say the Fly Raven. I like it because I can control it, and I love my my block push game, but it allows me to block because I hate the fast side. Hardest bag in cornhole is the single bag push on with the slick side. I'd rather just throw it a little bit harder on the stick side and push it, and they're fast enough to do that. And I also like to fly magics lately on faster boards because you can control them and you can
Yeah.
speed control. It helps with speed control. Yeah.
Are you sponsored by Fly?
I am not. I would love that. I've been trying to really support the local guy, Eric Porter.
Yeah.
Good guy. But I mean, I've been throwing ultra mostly this year, but I've been trying to go, like I said, like the Fly Nemesis, Fly Magic, Fly Raven. I love all them bags.
Yeah. Shout out to Eric Porter and Fly. Yeah, he had some great bags. Me and Dylan Wilson threw the Magics and I think the Nemesis and the last regional. Great
Yeah.
bags. Like I said,
Mhm.
shout out again to Eric Porter. So, Patty, I know you go to Worlds every year. So, will you be traveling this year to South Carolina for Worlds?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
going. I'm taking the Thursday and Friday off, and then I'm off the week after. So I'm taking, and then the pro qualifier will be that Sunday. I'm gonna play in that, and then go from there. I'm gonna just play whatever I can play in the days that I can get there.
Nice.
Last year I was off the whole week of Worlds. This year I'm off the following week because somebody already booked that vacation. So
Oh,
work comes first always.
Always.
Yeah.
so if you're not picking yourself, who are you choosing for singles and doubles to take it Worlds?
Well, I think Ryan Trader and Jay Rubin, I think they're gonna work it out, and I think they're gonna end up winning doubles. And I think Jeremiah Ellis is gonna put it together, and I think he's gonna work it out, and I think he's gonna end up winning Worlds.
Hot take by Patty P.
What
That's
would
a
your
hot take.
What would you say, Jay? Would you be in agreement, or do you have your picks?
Yeah, I most definitely want to go with the local kid Ryan Trader to win it all. Him and Jay Rubin. Then on the ACO side, I'm thinking it's going to be more of again Sebastian Borger and whoever he plays with. That kid's been on fire. And just talking about pro singles and pro doubles. Mesa had Jamie Graham swept singles and doubles. Him and Jacob was at how you say his last name, Patty P.
Jacob Trzynski.
Trzynski. Then
That was gonna be my pick if I didn't take Ellis. So
he didn't take Ellis, but hey, that was a sweep. What a week or two ago, and then we had ACL Worlds in Chicago, and Sebastian, he took singles and doubles. So I mean,
with that being said, Jamie Graham never should have been there in singles. I mean, I understand it wasn't Jamie Graham's fault. And it wasn't Tony Smith's fault. But what happened was what happened. Tony Smith, all he had to do was throw the bag, and he forfeited that last bag. But, just throw the bag. I mean,
okay.
Then Tony picked the bags up. So instead of Tony, because they misused the score.
Okay.
So if Tony doesn't pick the bags up, then Jamie loses. But it just is what it is.
Okay. So again, we're gonna recap it again. So you got Ryan Chater and Jay Rubin winning pro doubles and pro singles. Jeremiah Ellis. We heard it here. We got Patty P making his picks, his hot take on Cornhole with Smoother podcast. We love it, man. We love it. I agree with you with the doubles. And the singles, it's up in the air. I want Ryan to win, but it's up in there for pro singles.
I mean, you also gotta look at Mark and Tony. I mean, they won 3 straight opens and a signature.
Oh yeah.
So
it's just, the cornhole game is just, it's just elevated to a whole nother level nowadays, man. Everybody's just doing fire right now.
Yeah, trying to lock it in. Focusing for 20 plus rounds is hard.
Yeah. So Patty P, just from you being in the game for over 4 years now, where do you see some areas of opportunity within the cornhole community?
Well, I mean, so here's an idea. I pitched this to Justin last year whenever he was running tournaments, trying to build the game let's just call it a pro-am, not, but it's the same kind of concept. Like Jay, I'm saying we all play, we all are pros. Take a friend of ours that's not in the cornhole community, come and play a tournament with them. For instance, you just take your wife, you go play. I know a guy from work that he's been wanting to come and play, and he always tells me, well, if you'll be my partner, no offense to him, but I'm not trying to go and donate money, but
right.
If I'm going to play and everyone's on the same wavelength, make it a cheap buy-in. Try to build the game. Make it like $20 a team. Like you and your wife, me and my buddy from work. Because if you get 20 teams, that's 20 new players into the facility. If 5 of them want to pick up the game, all it takes is that competitive fire one time. I can do this, and then they come out for the blind draws. Or even beginner blind draws.
Hey, Patty P, I think that's a great idea. I mean, Alisse, let's talk about it. I think that's a great idea. And Patty, we'll make sure we bring you on. We sit down and talk about that. I think that's an excellent idea. I think it's something that it can be done. It most definitely can be done. So yeah, we can most definitely talk about that. And Patty P, you're gonna be the face of that.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I love, I love Jen Jones over at Darting Prairie. They're doing the back to basics thing. I'm not driving out there an hour every week to do it, but I love that. Like, I wish, like, if, I mean, I could always go rent a lane rental at Cornhole Central if I wanted to, but, like, I would practice every day. If I had boards set up that I knew I could go to, I hate setting up the boards. like that is God. Oh, I gotta get these damn things out, measure them. But
no, man, that's an excellent idea. I mean, I think it's an idea that we can actually, dig deep, a little bit deeper into, and we can try to make something happen. I think it's a possibility, a huge possibility to do. So.
Yeah, I think that's great. And you mentioned that Jen Jones was putting on like the back to the basics, and I know Mike and myself went to one with Jerry Wolford and Brian Jones, and we got a ton out of that. Like, we've been playing for a while, and still like we're learning things, and we took a lot out of that. And having those things even like closer to us so that more people can utilize that, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, just getting new players in the game, like, it's getting to the point that everyone's so good that you get there and these new players, they're just not going to catch up anytime fast, and you're going to be donating for a while.
Yeah.
And some people don't want to go and get beat down all the time. Like what I try to tell new players too is, don't go to blind draws, go to switches. You get, you get 6 games in, you're still paying the money. You're probably not winning, but you're still getting your games in, you're getting your throws in. Just stay positive, work on, grip, change your throw. And, once you figure out something that works, keep the same throw, just work on little things back,
Definitely.
Great advice, Patty P. Go ahead, Alisse.
Yeah, I was just going to say, from experience in going to random blind draws, just starting out, it can be defeating because, like you said, everybody there is miles ahead of you in some cases, and they're kicking your butt. So it's tough to take that sometimes. So having the switches, that's awesome advice.
Yeah, well, and I think like Skelton and Ashley, I think they said that they're gonna start doing on Monday at the Moose. They're gonna start doing switches, then do blind draw because it's still not going late. Like last week, I think that the championship played about 10:30.
Okay,
but you still getting your 4 games in, and then you're in the bracket. So even if you go 0-2 in bracket, you get 6 games in, you get your throws in, just keep working on it.
Right.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, most definitely. That's some great advice. Like I said, you kind of pretty much kind of ran down everything. You basically just say switch is going to be the main thing for the new players, which I do agree. I totally agree because I think a lot of times when you go to a regular blind draw, you could get matched up with somebody who just started also, right? Because so it'd be 2 beginners trying to throw against 2 pros. So it's like, well, I won't be coming here again, so it does turn them away, but that's a great idea. I think it's a tournament that me and Alisse can work with, Mike and Willie Webb and Jan. We can get something going, most definitely. That's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
I mean, like, a lot of, I'll just use Randy Martinez, for, like he's been having his wife come and play. Like, there's a lot of people that probably could, but, like, oh, well, do you want to? Well, if everyone's starting on the same day,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just have fun, come out and have fun. And, like I said, like if you make it like a $20 tournament, just to get faces out there, get people.
Yeah. No, man. Again, man, we totally agree with you, man. I couldn't agree with you even more. I mean, it's great advice, man. I mean, that's something I thought about, but I didn't think about the switches. Like switches does make way more sense than a regular blind draw. It just does because you can get match up with really good players, and And most people, like me and Elise talk about all the time, most people you play with, they're going to try to help you get better. They're going to, like you said, grips and, land where you're going to land on the board or, things like that. The little basic things that most people not going to know. They just come into play. They have no idea,
Right. Right. Well, I mean, like I always say, I got small hands. I have like 2 different grips, and that just is where I place my thumb. If I move it here or here, like Justin, his hand, like a set of our bags last year, he just like could swallow it with his hand. So he always was messing with his grip. I got these, that's it.
Well,
hey, they're working for you though.
Yeah,
I was going to say the same thing, Elise. You can't use that as an excuse no more, okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No
Hey, I'll be the Tony Banks of bags. I'm just not going to fumble the ball.
Hey, that's amazing, man. Look, hey, I just want to say thank you for coming on, Patty, man. We truly appreciate you, man. You're the first guest, like we promised.
Hey,
like
wait.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I forgot one thing.
Uh-oh.
Hole sucks.
Oh, God.
I told you I was going to do it, baby.
He's talking about my partner, Cole Oda. We know him all, man. Good guy. One good throwers, man. But Patty P always gives him hell. That's one thing he's going to do. And we love it, man. We love it, man. But
I have one more thing for Patty, too.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're giving advice, but so there's people that have given me tips that it like just sticks with you. Is there somebody that's given you advice or tips that's just like always like in your head?
Well, actually, I was taken back this week. Larry Dunklin.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. Most definitely.
Actually, he last year I was throwing, and it I didn't think it meant anything to me until the rest of the blind draw. Me and him we lost like our second game, and all he told me was, your follow through's not coming all the way up. Watch your hand come all the way up. And I'm telling you, me and him ran through that bracket. I think we won like every game, like 21-2, 22-1-5. Like we were just on fire from there. Yeah. And awesome. it was him just telling me, watch my hand.
Yeah. I'm talking about an OG that, like Patty P said, he had no problems giving you advice. And he will pull you to the side or he see a message. He did the same thing with me. And when Patty was talking about me with my foot on the board, that was one thing he told me stop doing. He said, hey, just kind of move away from the board a little bit and step out. And like he said, Patty P, follow through and watch your hand follow through. And I've been different ever since. And that was about 2 or 3 years ago when I first met him. And that's the first conversation we had. Because he said, I said him watch you throw. Like he would literally watch people throw and give them advice, man. Great dude, man. Rest in peace, man. Dunk, man. That's a good guy. Good guy. Very good guy, man. But other than that, Patty P, man, we love you, man. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming on, being our first guest, man, on Cornhole with Smooth, the podcast. You the man, bro. You the man.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
thanks,
man.
Patty.
Anytime, man. Hopefully we get you on again soon.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon, bro.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, so that was Mr. Patty P. Great interview with him, man. Always good to have good people on.
Exciting to have Patty on, and we promised he would be the first guest, and we can always count on him to have a lot to say. So very happy about that.
Yeah, very happy about that, man, having Patty P on. But before we go, don't let me forget this. Shouts out to our sponsors. Iris in the City, right above Alisse head, like always.
Yep.
That's our big sponsor, our major sponsor. We much love for Iris. She has her own podcast, her own book, her own magazine. So check her out at our YouTube, everything, right? All the things, right? So check her out at Iris in the City on Facebook. Always check us out at Cornhole with Smooth, our Facebook. You're going to have content on there, and we're going to have podcast dropping, the dates and all that good old stuff. But other than that, I'm Jay Smooth, and I'm
Alisse Whitelaw.
And this is Cornhole with Smoother Podcast. Peace.